body spray? Yeah?
I think the floor have. I think who's the boss of the game?
Here we go, look. And we do it with a comb. Bit tangled. Isn't it? Is it a bit tangled? Yeah. Do the fringy bit. That's okay? Yeah. Is that alright? Yeah. Is it pretty? Yeah. Good. Come on.
Guys, if you like what you see on this channel, please
Subscribe!
hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Thanks, guys. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the Sullivan family on this very fine Monday morning. After quite a chilled weekend, actually. We didn't vlog yesterday because we just thought, we just woke up in the morning, we fancied just a day of chilling out and just catching up with ourselves and catching up with a few things. I needed to take lots of stuff off my laptop because it gets to the point where I've made so many videos that I've got no memory left. Things like that, you know, just little things, catching up in the morning and just chilling out. We went out for a little walk yesterday morning to the coast, to the little beach bit
Daddy,
in the morning. It's cool, isn't it? Look. I like it. I like it a lot. Was it a snake?
no,
A snaky thing.
it's a unicorn.
Alright, it's a unicorn. Yeah, so did a little bit like that, and then we went out for a little walk in the afternoon and just did little bits and bobs and a bit of family time yesterday, so it was really, really nice. But headstrong into Monday, it's back to school, it's Isabel's first day of college ever.
Can I move you?
Which, yes, you may move me. Yes, so it's Isabel's first day of college, which she's apprehensive and excited and everything about. And Zoe's you're gonna be driving Isabel over, aren't you?
Yeah.
So Zoe's gonna be driving Isabel over to college. I'll probably be having a blather with you as well about that. Now, as the title of the video suggests, we've had a slight issue with Zoe's car, and I thought it was a slow puncture, but I'm going to talk to you more about that later. Because I'm going to take Zoe's tyre off, Zoe's wheel off, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. And it's something that I think I need to highlight to everybody, especially in the UK. There's so many potholes and stuff. Yeah, I'll show you that later anyway. That's going to come up later on after I've done the school run. What else is going on today? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think we're just going to see how the day pans out, aren't we, Zoe? Get everybody to school. Get Isabel to college. It's going to be weird not having Isabel at home. It's going to be weird, isn't it? Yeah. You alright, girls?
Leah, Daddy,
Yes.
here.
What's that? What is it?
Vitamins.
Oh, it's your vitamins, isn't it? I don't need a vitamin, darling. I've got all my own vitamins and stuff that we take. We have a little vitamin drink in the morning, and I have 8 little tablets that I have before my breakfast that I've got to have at the moment. So I'm rattling. Yeah. And we're just getting ready, obviously, for Friday. I'll be going over to Aberdeen, which is good that it's come so quick, actually. I'm really happy it's come so quick. Yeah, so one of those kind of like, I don't know, we'll just see how the day goes videos, you know. But I do have to tell you about Zoe's tyre. Really, really important. Zoe's wheel, really, really important. Right, guys, we are going to get sorted out and then we're going to walk to school. Erin, have you got a snack?
Yep.
You've got your snack for school, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Florence definitely needs a coat. Have you got your snack, Leah?
Daddy, I have Miss McLean on today.
Have you got your snack, Agnes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I am waiting for you, don't worry. Florence, you need to put your coat on, darling. You do?
I can't get past.
I'm trying. I've got the buggy. Right, we're good. Agnes, are you alright putting your shoes on? Oh, no, you're not Agnes. What's your name? Leah. Are you alright putting your shoes on, yeah?
I think you might have your wellies on the wrong feet. Can Mummy swap them round?
Have we got wellies on the wrong feet? Oh dear, that's not good.
On the right feet.
Wellies on the wrong feet is always a bad idea.
Mummy just swapped them over. You did a really good job. Well done, baby.
Swap my shoes
Stop
over.
wearing these ones.
What's that?
One time at Highfield, I swapped my shoes over.
All right, okay.
There we go. All done. All done.
Well done, darling. Have you got these wellies on the right feet? Good stuff. So it's just Joseph, he needs his coat on. Oh, I need Toby as well. I need Toby. Okay, cool. Well, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Awesome.
It is raining.
It's raining. It's only raining a tiny bit. There's Joseph.
Hey, baby.
Can I get my jacket on?
Nice day. Love you.
Mum,
Leah.
Can I also
Leah.
get my hat? And can I also get my hat?
Yeah, what was your hat?
Up here. I'm going to put my hood on.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'll pick up your PE t-shirts tonight, so you can take that in and swap it over.
Try to do what you on the bar.
Did you bang your leg on the bar, did you?
Yeah.
We're trying to copy the girls.
Yeah. I've did that before. Maybe practice? I can do it. Me do a cartwheel. Let me do that thing. Okay, try to do it. It's a Volkswagen. It's a doggy.
Okay, guys. Here we go again. It's Monday morning. We're going to school. Let's just see what happens this week, eh? Okay, guys, I have got my best helper ever this morning. Say hi, Joseph.
Hi.
So, we're in Studio 2 at the moment, so I wanted to get a couple of tools. I wanted to get my jack for the car, and I wanted to get the spanner for the car as well. The wheel nut spanner thingy. Where's my brain this morning? We've got a massive problem in the UK with potholes. There's potholes everywhere. And you're probably like me and Zoe, drivers out there, you're trying to avoid them as much as possible. You're trying to avoid all these potholes. There's potholes literally everywhere. And I know like the local councils have got a limited budget to try and fix them. So this isn't like, I'm not smashing councils or whatever. But we just got this problem with potholes. It's a massive deal. Now, a lot of the time you hit potholes, you don't worry about it. You hit potholes, you don't worry about it. Then you hit a certain pothole and then you start getting like a slow puncture on your tyre. Now, you all right? Hang on, Joseph, wait a sec. Yeah, so you get a slow puncture on your tyre, or your tyre gets damaged, or whatever it is, right? It could, so if you've got a slow puncture on your tyre, it could be a problem with the valve, or it could have a puncture, you know, could have a nail in it, or you could have hit a pothole and you've damaged the tyre somehow. So you check it out, you keep topping up, but there's one thing that's actually shocked me. I thought Zoe had a slow puncture, so I've been topping it up, and I was thinking, right, well, I'll get the tyre checked and all that kind of stuff. But little did I know, there's more serious things that can happen when you hit a pothole. And if your car has got a slow puncture, you really need to check this out, because I was quite shocked when the guy came round with the mobile tyre guy came round. He was the guy that fitted the tyres before, so he was quite happy to come over for nothing and just check the tyre out, took the wheel off. Wow, right, okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take Joseph with me. We're going to time lapse taking the wheel off and everything, and then I'll show you exactly what I mean. Oh, Joseph, what a great help he was taking the wheel off. So obviously the first thing we did was to undo the nuts of the busted wheel, and then we got my trolley jack underneath, and Joseph helped me lift the car up. There we go. He was so excited to see the car lifting up, bless him. And then obviously need to get the spare down, so got the spare from underneath the car. There we go, look, it's only a tiny temporary spare, this one on Zoe's car. So we got that out. as you can see, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes to get those out, but we got it out and packed everything away. Yeah, then it was straight round to take the old wheel off. So there we go, we are just loosening off all the nuts, taking them off, dropping the wheel off, there we go, and putting the spare on. And Joseph absolutely loves it, so he's giving me a hand as well, bless him. He loves doing things like that, just like Toby does, he really does. So we got the wheel put back on there, look, the spare wheel put on, lowered the car, there we go, and packed it up. Okay guys, that's the wheel off. The wheel is off Joseph. He loves helping, bless him. He's now gone off. He's got a better deal. So his big sister Elizabeth said, come to the shop with me. So he knows he's going to get a treat if he goes to the shop. But the wheel is off. Right, now just to set the scene, I did assume that all we had was a puncture, yeah? Or something wrong with valve, the usual story. That's all we thought. So I was topping the tyre up for a few days and just, you know, just going with it and thinking I'll get it checked and it'll be all right and we'll get it fixed, whatever. But if you do get a puncture and you kind of know you've been over a few potholes, it's always worth getting somebody to check it. And I'll show you the reason why right now. So there you go, guys. That's the culprit right there. So I'm focusing on it. So that's cracked. So can you see where the rim is warped? And there's a crack there. I had absolutely no idea until we took the wheel off how bad it was. In fact, I had no idea it was cracked until we took the wheel off. And then as soon as we rolled the wheel over, it was like, yeah, that's it. That's what the problem is. So I mean, this had the potential. We were still driving on this. I was topping the wheel up with air, and it was going down over, say, a day or two. But we were still using the car. But I had no idea that the rim was cracked like that. So it's always worth, guys, just getting it checked. If you're not too sure, just get it checked out by one of the tyre guys. Take the wheel off, have a look on the inside of the rim, and just make sure that there's nothing nasty like that going on. Yeah, I really wanted to talk about that today because that's a first for me. I've never seen that happen before, not on any of my cars. So it's always been like a valve, or it's been a nail in the tyre, or a screw in the tyre, or something like that, or the wheel's been knocked on the edge of a pavement or something along those lines, you know. So that for me was a bit of a wow, I've never seen that before. Okay, so that's the first for me. So I just thought I'd tell you guys at home about it as well, just in case you have a car and you have the same problem. Always worth getting it checked. So I'm going to take this over tomorrow to a company in Elgin called SKS, I think they call it, SKS, and they're going to, I've already phoned them this morning, and they're going to weld it and fix it and put it all back together properly as it should be. And then I can fit it again on when I get it back, which will probably now be Wednesday, I would have thought. But there we go, guys. Top tip of the day. Check it out.
Good morning. I'm being quiet because the baby is asleep. I know she's not a baby, but she is our baby because she's the littlest one. She's asleep at the moment. I've just been through and dropped Isabel at college. So it's her first day today. Charlotte has gone back to do S6 at school, and Isabel has gone on to college. That's kind of how it works here in Scotland. You can leave after S4. You can leave school completely, or you can go to college. You can leave after S5. Again, you can leave or go to college or whatever, or you can stay on to S6. Isabel didn't really want to do any of the subjects that were kind of on offer at school this year, so she wanted to go to college instead. She's doing a social sciences course at college. It's like a year course. I think it's level 6 she's doing, which is the equivalent to an advanced higher, which if you're in England is a little bit like an A-level, a little bit higher than an A-level. This is where it gets a little bit skewed. So a Nat 5 is kind of equivalent to a GCSE. a higher is kind of equivalent to a level, and an advanced higher is just like a little bit more than an A level, I think. Like a little bit down from first year of uni, if you like, a bit higher than a... So it's more like maybe a just below a HNC, but like above a level. Does that make any sense? Anyway, she's doing a level 6 course because she wasn't really sure what she wanted to do, but she knew she didn't really want to stay on at school for another year, because she's kind of got all the qualifications she wanted to get at school. She wanted to do something a bit different. The school system doesn't offer that much. The school they're at the moment doesn't really offer much other than the academic subjects. There's not much more to choose from. Some of the schools do. So it depends. I know like the academy offers dance and stuff like that. So anyway, going off tangent. She's doing a social sciences course because she's quite interested in like criminology, law, forensics, that sort of thing. And that's kind of got a little bit of... It's one of those courses that kind of covers lots of different subjects within the year. So you're not studying one whole thing for one whole year. You're studying lots of little different things, which I think will be really good for her because it will give her a chance to find out what she likes and what she wants to kind of study, which is great. Because it's really difficult when you're that age. You're kind of still, even now, I mean, I remember when I was at school, everybody wanted to know what you were going to do. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you grow up? What are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do for a job? What subjects are you going to do? Are you going to go to university? Are you going to study this? Are you going to study that? And to be perfectly honest, when you're 14, 15, 16, you haven't got a clue. I mean, yeah, some children do have. Some children know from a very young age that that is what they want to do. But I'd say that's actually only a small percentage of children, and in some ways I used to envy friends that knew exactly what they wanted to do because they knew what they were going to study, knew what subjects they were going to take, whereas I never really knew what I wanted to do, what I was going to do. So it's kind of like, what do you study? What do you like? You know, I think the world has opened up a lot more now in that you can do whatever you want to do, really. Whereas maybe when I was growing up, it was, you kind of, I mean, there wasn't social media for a start. So you kind of had to go, you know, to a job to do this, to do that, you know, a doctor, dentist, vet, work in an office, work in a shop. You needed to do one of those things. Whereas the world is, like I said, it's opened up much more now. There's many, many, many more opportunities. There's a lot more, self-employed people starting up businesses, doing what they want. That kind of opportunity is much, much bigger now. And you didn't see so many people just starting up an opportunity, starting up, you know, their own business when I was younger. So, I mean, obviously there was, but it wasn't quite as apparent. I just wish that the schooling systems would catch up with that, you know, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and that's a good thing. I can hear her snoring. That's a good thing to do as well. Why not encourage your child to be an entrepreneur? But yeah, I've kind of digressed onto that subject. But it's, you know, it's difficult for them to know exactly what they want to do. And I think it's such a massive question for kids as well. You know, what do you want to do with your life? I don't know. You know, and what you want to do with your life at 16, possibly... It's okay, baby. It's okay. Is she gonna go to sleep? She's not going back to sleep. Are you okay? Do you want to get out? No. Okay, I'll discuss this again in a minute. I'm back. She's awake. She's gone to the shop with Elizabeth because now she wants sweets. So she's asked Lizzie to take her to the shop. I've never known a baby that can just wake up just like that and immediately want to eat food. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it's a really difficult thing to know what you want to do, in life, isn't it? And like, things change. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is forever. I mean, it's different, obviously, if you've studied for a career, if you do want to, you know, be a doctor or things. But even then, you know, I know people that have trained to be doctors and they've been doctors and then they've gone off and given it all up and gone and bought. I watched a programme on a couple that were doctors and they went off, gave it all up and went off and bought an off-grid place somewhere in, I don't know, a jungle or something. My point is, you never know where life is going to take you, in what direction. You never know what's going to happen in life. Things change all the time, and it's a very difficult thing, isn't it? So anyway, I mean, this all stemmed from me just talking about Isabel going to college, but it's such a massive question to know what they want to do with their lives. So I've always kind of encouraged the kids to follow something that they love to do and learn that. And then, you know, maybe they'll want to do that in life, or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll think, actually, I don't like this. I want to try something else. So they'll try something else. Yeah. They always say, if you do something that you love and find work in something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life, don't they? I just want them to enjoy whatever it is that they choose to do in life and be successful at whatever they choose to do in life. And I do think that when you do something that you love, you have that extra passion for it as well. You're not just doing something because you have to, you've got a passion for it. And to find something like that is priceless, really. Anyway, yeah, that's anyway, Isabel's gone off to college. She's not quite sure yet. So a full-time course here is normally 3 days or sometimes 3.5 days. So she doesn't know what day she's going to be in just yet. It's all an induction sort of thing today, you know, find out what you're learning, where you're going to be, what the college is like, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, I think she's excited, probably a bit apprehensive, but it'll be good for her to do something completely different. So yeah, that's what she's doing. Everybody else is at school. They've all gone to school. I don't think Lizzie's at work today, or Olivia. I don't think either of them are working today, so they're at home. It's very quiet without everybody here. Ben is outside taking my tyre off the car. Obviously, that's another story. I'll let him explain that one. It's put us with only one car for the last sort of week, so we've needed to get it fixed. But it's just, my car's had so much money spent on it lately. It's just, cars are just an endless pit of money, aren't they? I was going to touch a little bit on, I know I keep saying that I'm going to do a vlog on anxiety and stuff like that, but it's very difficult to, everybody is different. And it's something that I keep meaning to do, but when you're kind of feeling like on top of everything, you kind of don't want to go back there. But when you're struggling, it's difficult to talk about. Does that make sense? I keep, at the moment, and I don't know whether it's going back to school and all of the rest of it, I'm not quite sure. I can't pinpoint one thing, but I said to Ben this morning, I keep waking up with that feeling. And that's, for me, I mean, people think if you've never struggled with anxiety and depression and those sorts of things, people just assume that people with anxiety and depression are sat in a corner somewhere shaking and crying. And that's not what it's like at all. Most people with anxiety and depression will be up and down and up and down and up and down. You know, one day they'll be up, or one period they'll be, you know, fine. Another period will be really, really hard. But even then, a lot of people you wouldn't even know, because they hide it, because there's still so much stigma surrounding all of that. So it's difficult. Still, people don't want to talk about it, and you know, that's a really difficult thing as well. I think I've been struggling a bit lately with, and I don't know whether it's a mixture of everyone going back to school, seasons moving on, just stuff, everything kind of builds up, doesn't it? And it just, you wake up in the morning and you get that feeling. And like I said to Ben this morning, you spend all your time trying to squash that feeling of just stuff, and it's really difficult to explain, but it just makes you feel anxious and sad, and you can't really quite pinpoint exactly what it is. But it's normally a mixture of lots of things. Probably for us, it'll be the change in them going back to school, not much sunshine, early mornings, tiredness, busyness, all of it. It kind of, it just, other things. Oh, we've got 6 teenagers, nearly 5 and nearly 1 in the house. You know, that in itself, we don't talk much about teenagers much. We don't, you know, a lot of them don't want to be on camera and stuff, so we don't always talk much about that. But we do have, you know, it's nearly 6 teenagers, so that in itself brings a whole host of stuff to deal with, good and bad. But, you know, we have obviously the 6 younger ones and then the 6 older ones, and we see a lot of the younger ones, and I talk about a lot about, you know, younger years and all of that, but not many people talk about the teenage years and all of the things that throws up. Obviously with the younger ones, we've done younger ones before, so we've got experience, so we can put that experience that we've got and things we've done wrong, things we've done right, onto the little ones. But we've got no prior experience in doing teenagers, so everything that happens with them is all new to us. It's all, and I'm guessing that all through their lives it will be, until we get to the second lot, you know, as you're going down, you're learning more, and you may be able to correct things or do things differently, but then equally, each one of them is very, very different. So the way that you handle one situation for one of them isn't necessarily the way you're going to handle a situation for another one of them. So it's, you know, we have all of everything going on. There's a lot of stuff we don't put out on social media because, you know, at the end of the day, our videos are 30 minutes of our days, and we do share a lot. We like to be relatable. I just want to be relatable to other people. One of the whole reasons we started our channels and social media and everything else is to kind of create a community of like-minded people in the same sort of situation as us. I mean, okay, not everyone's got as many children as we have, but, you know, people have got teenagers, people have got small ones, you know, just so that the pressures of life and society don't feel quite as huge when you talk about it with other people. But obviously with social media, that comes as a double-edged sword, because there's always people there to criticise you. There's always people there to troll you. There's always, you know, you've got to cope with all the scam accounts, and that's part of growth on your social media. All that comes with it. You've got to cope with people's criticisms all the time. You have to cope with people telling you what they think, good or bad. I mean, the good ones are fine, obviously, but, you know, when people say horrible, nasty things, and you have to kind of learn a way of being very thick-skinned and dealing with that. And sometimes you can, and we would get a lot of support, a lot of support. I was saying this the other day with regards to Joseph, especially. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't have even, really simple stuff as well, that I wouldn't have even thought of, and people have suggested. So, you know, actually, I think I said that on the live the other night, having that community has been invaluable, because it just helps you know that you're not alone, which is the whole reason we want other people to know that the things that they're doing and dealing with and going through, and just life in general, that they're not on their own. There's always other people in the same boat, which is why it's always been really important to us to stay relatable. But some days it just gets a little bit too much. Yesterday was one of those days for me. I had to have a little bit of a sit back from social media, because I just started the day with a very negative spin on social media yesterday. I just kind of had enough of all of it, the trolls, the people criticisms, the mum shaming, all of that sort of stuff. And I just thought, you know what, I just need to take a day, and just, because if I say anything, it's not going to come across the way that I want to say it. But, you know, those sorts of things, everything. It's when you're feeling overwhelmed, when your anxiety is high, any little thing that I would maybe normally brush off kind of gets to you. So anyway, I am going to do, I keep saying I'm going to do a video on anxiety, but like I said, it's really difficult because everybody is different. I know for me, like I said, it's like that big ball of emotion that you just kind of keep trying to squash down and squash down and squash down, because it's not that you don't want to deal with it. It's that you don't want it to take over everything that you're doing. You want to just be able to get on with your day and do the things that you need doing. But equally, I'm very much, especially if I'm feeling like that, if my plans get changed, something as simple as that, it can throw me out, because I'm kind of keeping a lid on it all by doing all the steps in the day. I have to have a shower in the morning so that I can, obviously to clean as well, but also so I can organise my thoughts when I first get out of bed, because that's when I probably feel at my most like vulnerable, is when I first get up in the morning. That's when all the feelings are kind of all everywhere. So I have to get in the shower and I have to kind of organise my thoughts in the morning and think, right, well, I need to do this today and this today and this today, and this person needs to be here and I've got to do this. So I kind of organise them all so that by the time I've gotten out, I can function a bit better. And then I can, as the day goes on, I start to feel more human. But it's doing that every day. And sometimes, you know, when you're much better and you're feeling much better and less anxious, those feelings are small inside. They're very, very small, and you can just kind of carry on with your day. But then I can honestly say that they're never not there. They're always, even if they're small, they're still there. But when they're big, it's kind of, I have to keep everything in order to stop me from just not being able to function properly. And then obviously when it does get too much and I get completely overwhelmed, that's when I have to take a step back and just concentrate on what's important, which is obviously the children, the family, and all those sorts of things. But I've learned over the years to be much kinder to myself, to know when these feelings are, and to try and help. But it does stop me from being the kind of person that's quite impulsive. I can't just, and I wish sometimes I could, but I can't just go, oh, let's go and do this, or let's go and do that, or I can go and do this, because I can't do that. I have to have a plan. I have to, and sometimes I hold myself back because of that. And I look at people that can just go, I've got friends that go, oh, we'll just go and do this. And I'm like, I wish I could do that. But I just can't, because then the guilt, and it's honestly, it's a video for another day. But for right now, I have to go and get some coffee. Did I eat breakfast? Sure, I even ate breakfast. I can't remember. Might have been yesterday. Anyway, I'm going to go get some coffee. I'm going to go and get a snack. And then I've got to order some stuff for Joseph's birthday. And then I've got to see what I've got to do for the rest of the day.
Right guys, so we've had lunch. We are just on our way to pick everybody up from school, but I just want to show you this. So this is our path coming down to the coastal path, and this happened the other day. So basically we had the fire brigade here and everything putting this out. There was a bit of a bang like that, like we could hear it from the house, and we were like, what the heck was that? And came out, could see the smoke, and basically what had happened.
Still on me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Don't touch the black stuff, okay? I'll wipe your hand in a minute if you have. Don't touch the black stuff, Joseph. So basically what had happened, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bird there. There's a little bird where my fingertip is. It flew into this. This is all live up here. Obviously, you can't get to it because there's barbed wire around it, but the bird flew into it and totally blew it out. And then it sparked all over the dry grass. So we ended up with a big fire. Like all this excitement in Birkhead. But obviously the fire brigade were called and it was put out. But yeah, it's amazing how quickly that went up as well. But there we go. So we're going to go off to get the children, aren't we, Jojo?
But we're going to the co-op first.
We're going to the co-op first. They've been super helpful today, helping around the house, and it's been raining all afternoon, so they've been in the house this afternoon helping out. And we did the tyre this morning, didn't we? Joseph was amazing this morning at helping with the tyre, so he's been brilliant today. Look at this. Just look how still it is. There's no wind or anything today. I mean, it's a bit rainy, but I'll give you a quick close-up. Hang on. It's so still. It's beautiful today. Love it. No sunshine, but it's still beautiful. Right, come on in. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up to the shop. I'm going to get the little lolly each because they've been so helpful, like I said. And then it'll be time to go and pick everybody else up from school and see how they got on. So we'll get back to you in a minute, guys, when we've picked them all up from school. And I'll have a quick chat with them at home and see how they got on. So I'll see you in a minute. Guys, I just had to show you this. So we've just come down to the harbour. We've got 5 minutes before we've got to go and pick them up from school. Look at the harbour as well. Absolutely still. I don't think I've ever seen it so still. Stunning.
I have. I've seen it so
Have you? Have you seen it, Joseph? Have you? So quiet and still. It's like a mill pond. Right, we really better go and get them from school now. Okay guys, we are home. And we're just catching, I don't know. That is the best mask ever Agnes made.
It's me.
That's so cool. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hello everybody.
Hello. Hello.
So did you have a good day at school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Apart from Agnes's little sad face. You alright there, Agnes? Did you have who's buying him a selfie stick? Is that you, Florence? So what were you telling me that happened at school today, Erin? They had a professional artist come in today at school
What we did,
and showed them how to do watercolour and stuff, didn't they?
so what we did, she did watercolours and what she showed us is called pulling.
Yeah.
And Daddy,
Hang on.
what we do, we have to like, imagine.
Pooling it's called.
Wait, Daddy. Yeah, and imagine we've got like a blue, and we had to make the blue really dark. So then we had to do a squiggly line like that.
That's really cool.
Close to it.
Yeah.
Under it, we have to make the blue light, and then we do it the same. So then the dark blue just run down slowly into the light blue, so then it will just make a mix.
That sounds really cool.
Daddy.
So they had a professional artist going today. That's really cool, isn't it?
Daddy.
Yes.
And Daddy, can I show you what I mean?
Hang on, it's Agnes's turn now.
Do you know who my teacher's called?
Yes.
Miss McClaymon.
Right. Okay, so Agnes, you had a good day then. Good. Leah, you had a good day? Good, so everybody had a good day, guys.
Daddy,
Yes.
Can I show you what I made, like right
Oh, go on
now
then.
at the house?
Go for it.
Let me go get it.
Okay. Where's she going? Where's she going?
To go and get a picture. Daddy, I don't care if I can't see. You know what people do? This is Leah. That's Daddy. Joseph over there. And Florence in kitchen, and Erin's going to get something.
Erin, where are you?
And selfie stick.
I don't know where she's gone. Erin! She's just disappeared.
She's back.
Where's she gone?
She's probably put it up in her room.
Oh, she's not gone back to the school, is she?
No.
Did you go back to school to get it?
No. I went in my bed.
All right. Oh, that's lovely. Are they lovely flowers? Yeah. Very, very good. Right, guys, we are going to wrap the video up because I've got to get tea on and everything else, and then it's going to be bedtime and everything else. Zoe has gone shopping with Elizabeth. So, hang on. Zoe has gone shopping with Elizabeth, so the next video to come up after this will be the shopping haul. But yeah, we'll see what else happens this week. Yeah, no, I'm not doing a live this week. Anyway, guys, that's it. Please subscribe to our channel. Please hit the bell for notifications. Drop us a like. Don't forget all of our social media links in the video description below. And that just leaves me to say thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.